Hello, and welcome back to the Kerbal Space program. My name is WW Deadman, but you already know that. I might have been a little bit quiet there for a moment, because I didn't turn my audio back up on the microphone after recording You Don't Know Jack, because that for some reason is way quieter by itself than any other game, and I don't want to change anything about the settings in OBS, because I definitely won't think about turning that back up. Anyway, so this is going to be up late. I'm sorry for that. Not what I intended, but yeah, whatever. It happened. We're gonna deal with that. First and foremost, we want to go to Jool, so go a little bit faster here. Give me a few hundred more delta V on that. That's almost an encounter. Closest approach to Jool. Slow down a bit. And we are too early, apparently. Wait, how are we? Yeah. That's more like what I was thinking was happening. We're gonna take this and move it over here. So we actually leave more into the direction of where we actually want to go. And boom, encounter. There we go. We're gonna correct that on the way out. Here is an ascending node, so that's where we're gonna make sure that we actually hit Jool in an approximate way that makes us able to go to Pole, you freaking lag monster, you. To Pole here, which is almost equatorial, so that's about how we want to come in. By the way, Jool does have some nice rings here. Even though you can't really see them here, because for some reason the text just didn't load. Whatever. I guess that's some sort of problem there that I could figure out, but I don't care. Get out of map mode and seriously, aim at that maneuver node. That's 1900 delta V. We've got like 1900 in these plus this, and then we still have these, so that's fine. We can do the entire transfer with just these two engines. I just don't see the turning happening, really. Holy crap. You are very slow. Just to make sure, control from here. I should have put some reaction wheel things on here. Because currently I think the only reaction wheels in here are the ones in this. Or at least I should have put some sort of RCS on there and kept them on a propellant or something. Well, I guess we're gonna turn in 4 times time warp. I'm not going to actually edit this episode, by the way, just because I want this to be up as soon as possible. So I kinda can't really spare the time to actually edit the stuff as well. It's already gonna be late since I'm recording this half an hour after it should have been out. Theoretically. And then we're going to use the time warp bug to stop the rotation about here. And then we're gonna burn to Jool, get the curve into Jool window out of the way because we already have our maneuver. It's fine. Time to node burn, 1 minute. Close the alarm and pause. Just a few seconds now. 30 seconds. 20. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. And suddenly we have control because gimbaling. So, now we burn away the 600 meters per second that are left in here, which leaves us with about 1,000 meters per second to still burn, which is in the next stage. This is going fine here, so that's cool. And then we've got this entire stage to get into an orbit around Pole, land on Pole. Holy crap. Well, we are now escaping officially. That's what I call a plume. Holy fucking fucker fuck. Okay. Got that entire stage then to get an orbit around Jool, get an orbit around Pole, land on Pole and come back, which shouldn't take the entirety of those 7,000 delta V that we have left. That's an encounter. Periaps 1615, so this is actually closer, so I'm not gonna even burn more. We've got 47 meters per second left in this. So let's actually get out of the sphere of influence and then see where we're gonna do the correction burn. Okay. Close the alarm on pause. SOI change incoming. And boom. We're officially out of the SOI of Kerbal. I'd like unset, set. Thank you. Ascending node. Snap that to the ascending node. Thanks for not displaying the ascending node. Holy fuck. The targeting is a little bit fucked, I think. For some reason. Anyway, it's an ascending node, so we want to descend to come down here to a roughly equatorial plane. We want to go to Pole, so if we actually set Pole as a target and go down a little bit more, we intersect Paul's orbit at some point. Probably, maybe, kinda. Well, I'm just gonna do this and then do this. And then we're gonna just swing into an orbit around here and wait for an encounter, and then that should be fine. So this is a 151 meters per second burn. Then the burn into orbit, like around there somewhere, will be 1200. Landing starting, getting into an orbit around pole, landing starting, that's all in all maybe 3000. And then we get back on the rest. Should be fine. Delete that for now. We don't need that now. So, aim at that maneuver and focus back at my ship. Like last time, I probably want to turn in 4 times time warp or something. Makes this a whole lot easier. Okay. Right on spot. Okay, and now we time warp to... Thank you, train. Nice to hear you. I don't know if you actually hear that on the recording, but I should actually watch back one of those moments where a train goes by while my windows are open and see if I actually can hear that in the video, so I know whether I still need to address it while playing. Wrong direction for the time warp, buddy. Just get away from Kerbal for a bit. After periapsis, I'm gonna speed up to full speed. There we go. Okay. We are gonna burn 47 and then we're gonna switch engines. So there's an array of nuclear engines under here that will start simultaneously with these. They all use exactly the same fuel, which is the outer and the inner fuel. And that should be fine. Close alarm and unpause. I'm just going to do the burn right about now. So I like that. Focus, view, and stop burning when this is kinda on top of each other. Holy crap, these engines are loud all of a sudden. That's like just a touch. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. So we want to go into Jool's sphere of influence and do this burn for an orbit. And then we wait for an encounter with Paul and land on that. For now, this seems fine. Everything's working as expected. Jeb, Bill, and Bob are also doing fine. Hey, this has the feature. Nice. This has the cutaway feature. I like that. Hi. Because this is a mod part. This isn't like guaranteed to have the cutaway. Like that though. So you can turn it off again. Okay. Yeah. Time warp to Jool then. Glad that this isn't another trip to Elu. Because Jool takes not entirely as much time. Even though this is actually pretty much the same distance, but we were like all the way out here somewhere, which was like really weird. Okay. So as I said, we've got about 7,000 left. Landing on pole. How much will that take? I don't really know. That's the thing. We might end up having to refuel this thing again, which is kind of a little bit of a hassle to do. Honestly. But yeah, I don't think that we'll actually like need any significant amount of fuel to land and start again. The only things that are gonna need significant amounts of fuel to grammar that correctly, would be getting into orbit around Jool, getting into orbit around Pole probably will not take that much. Landing on Pole, starting again, not a problem. Probably like 1,000 combined. Not even. Like, orbital velocity is like, what? 100 meters per second around Pole? Like, it's almost like Gilly, which has like orbital velocities of nothing. So, landing there, no problem. Starting again, no problem. Getting out of the orbit, no problem. Getting back home to Kerbin's gonna take a whole lot of fuel though. So, I don't know whether we're gonna be sufficient with the 7,000 meters per second that we have. But I hope we will. I didn't do the math exactly, so whatever, but also, I already have designs in mind for the focus view here for a moment, for the Bob and the other one of the inner ones is that there is Tylo. So I've got designs in mind for both of those. With the Tylo one being, of course, a little bit of a different design, since Tylo is almost as big as Kerbin, almost the same gravity, no atmosphere to break with, so you need immense amounts of delta V to land there and start again. So the lander will be a little bit of a heavy lander, and we'll definitely have that be a thing that can dock back to the transfer ship or something like that. Like, get there by nuclear engines, undock the lander, land the lander, get it back up, redock the lander, transfer any fuel that's left, leave everything that is engine and tank from the lander in orbit around Tylo, and then come back home. That's what I have in mind for that. As for Bob, I have in mind a lander that again lands with the entire transfer stage, but this time a little bit different. You're gonna see that when we build it. But yeah, that's gonna happen after we are back from this one. Okay. Sphere of influence change incoming right about 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay. Let me zoom out. Why do I need to click in the game sometimes for my mouse wheel to work? Not neat. Periapsis. And we need some hundreds of meters per second gone here. Like something like this. I wanna focus on Jool, please. Can I focus view on Jool? Focus view. Why is stuff being weird? Why are we fucking with the maneuver nodes again? Why? What is doing that? Ah, du verhurte Kacksau von ein Scheißgespür! Meine Güte! Sometimes I could fucking throw this game out the next window. Oh, that's great. That's great. Bugged out piece of fucking crap. You better believe I'm clean installing this on the next patch. Oh god. Just to make sure that the game isn't fucking itself over. Focus view on Jool. Give me a maneuver node. Periapsis. Thank you. Why not immediately? I don't know what causes that. And I really am baffled by the amount of bullshit that is happening with this modded install. Like, this isn't normal amounts of bullshit. This is advanced bullshit. Anyway, aim at the maneuver node, please. By now you are capable of turning, since we are pretty short by now. So there's not a lot of lever to be, you know, usually longer levers do better in moving heavier stuff, but the longer this ship is, the heavier the other side gets where there's no reaction wheels, so that's actually less of a good thing. Let's say the main reason this is turning better is that it's significantly lighter than when the other engines were still attached. Physics, man. Physics suck. Come on. Bit faster. Just don't want to overshoot. Okay. Okay, close the alarm and unpause. We've got 60 seconds. Focus on the ship, please. Jool is freaking out a little bit there with the shadow stuff. I don't know. Shaders. Something that doesn't work very well with the mods. Anyway, I think we can start. Oh god! Why? Why are you blasting my right ear? You know, what I'd really like is something, a mod that turns sound in this mode to mono, so I have both sides equally blasted with by the engines and not just one, because that's really fucking annoying. Like, on a stock install, apart from the little bugs that they have with landing gears and stuff like that, that's currently worked on for patch 1.1.3. Apart from that, sound is the most major issue I'd list, to be honest. Like, seriously, give me proper sound on the map screen, please, and not just blasting one of my ears. Like, this sound right now is how it should always sound, no matter what orientation I have on the map screen. Issue with that is the map screen is essentially just an overlay of the normal screen, as evident by the bug in the pre-release that made me able to click parts on my ship on the map screen. Okay, honestly, going by the like equalizer thing going up and down on OBS, telling me how loud my microphone is, you don't really hear any trains going by. Because there was just another one. That's like very faint in the background, maybe. Should have been drowned out mostly by the game in this case. Ah! Like, I really don't want to look any other directions just because it hurts me physically to have the engine sound on only one ear. Like, it's literally like I'm standing sideways in front of an engine and it's blasting my ear. And I know I would be burning alive if I was anywhere near that on an actual rocket engine. Especially those nuclear engines, those would fry me anyway. But still, figuratively speaking. Okay. Oh god. I really don't want to burn anymore. Fuck that. Those 70 meters per second can go suck a dick or something. I don't care. Right now, all I want to do is go to the descending node probably. And no, not that much. Not that much. Okay, and if I do that an orbit later, that is more like it. So if I go, oh, okay. Instead of that, I'd like to do, this is a descending node, so I'll ascend to make that go away, essentially. Okay, that means 0. And then we'd speed up and not actually hit that fucking thing. Another orbit. It's on the other side. Another orbit. It's in front of me. So I can actually slow down to get it. There we go. And then I'd of course like that to be an encounter on a polar orientation. That is a pole encounter, yes. That's a polar encounter. That's actually pretty much perfect. That's exactly what I want. Nothing less, nothing more. So, why are we zooming out that much? That's actually fine. So, I want to do that exact burn. That's 15 meters per second. About, plus minus. 4669 if I go by precise notes calculations. So that's next to nothing. And that should be fine. So I don't know why you're turning in a weird way, by the way, but keep doing what you're doing, I guess. And boom. Now we go around Jool a few times until F5, until we have a nice position to burn to pole. And I will see you for that encounter in the next video. Till then, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and until next time, I'm WW Dadman. Bye.